I had a dummy RPG like that laying on the floor, and after that, I was in jail that night when I first got arrested. It's like 3-4 in the morning, and they come wake me up, and like you got to go through a whole thing to get out of your jail cell and into a room with normal people. There's shackles and shit, and door gates moving, and I finally get out there, and the feds are there, and they're like, "Hey, the RPG warhead in the floor, what's the deal with that?" I was like, "It's not real, it's rubber." He said, "Okay," turned around and left, and that was it. It was the most brief because they were just like looking into my room. It was the room where I used to record, that blue room. Yeah. It's just laying on the floor in there. But they were freaked out. They didn't want to mess with it.
It's amazing how many people...
like a piece of rubber, though.
That was true, I assume.
It's not real. They didn't have a live warhead.
Oh, like that'd be wildly out of character.
It would be wildly out of character. Like, I mean, that was my goal, was to make my own, right? That's why I wanted a Type 10 and FEL and like all the bits and bobs. But no, that was a chunk of rubber that I bought at Knob Creek.
Yeah, it's amazing how much those people, like even in the ATF whatnot, don't know about like the launchers and explosive side of things, or especially like the average person. So a buddy of mine, I was filming a music video, and he wanted me to help him out, and they basically had their own bit of like a nightclub cordoned off for filming his video, and he's like, "Could you bring your AT4?" I just, AT4, once you fire, it's a tube. It's not gonna, you're not gonna be taken out.
AT4 is like an American RPG, yes.
Yeah, it's kind of it's a good bit bigger tube, but you've probably seen it in Call of Duty and a bunch of other stuff. But I just bring the tube there, and it's very obviously an empty tube. But the people who owned the bar or the club or whatever, we asked for their permission, like, "Hey, we're going to be bringing this in. Everything's safe, blah blah blah." And they were like, "Yeah, that's cool. Just don't fire it." And I'm like, "Excuse me? you thought this was a? Oh no. This is a tube, ma'am." But they were. So they were just gonna send it. They were like, "Oh yeah, just that's fine. Just keep it on safety."
Yeah, they were way cooler than you thought they'd be. They're like, "All right, promise us." That you won't do this.
We're not only shoot it towards windows.
No, he got us with the goddamn fingers crossed claws. He fired it right into the woods. Yeah, look better. Brandon, I wanted to ask you, because it's big news. You talked to the ATF directly. Yeah. That's incredible. How did that go, and what was the impetus of it? I want to know all about it.
So I got reached out to participate in a field hearing against the ATF. So basically, they just do that. Members of Congress will do these field hearings where they ask for expert witness testimony. In this case, it was like firearm shop owners who'd been shut down, and my goofy ass for some fucking reason. So they had me come down and talk to them, and it was your favorite congressman. It's Matt Gaetz and Marjorie Taylor Greene were there for the test. Yeah, the testimony.
Two winners.
Oh yeah. You know what? I'll take my friends where I can fucking get them, man.
Yeah, you got to be looking for allies in that room. You're like, Lindsey Graham, whatever, man, sure. Like, hop on board. But
it's like, what? There's a lot of stuff about certain things that they've done that just very performative. And whatnot.
Was it Marjorie? But was it her who had the campaign ad of her Tanner riding a car?
That sounds like something she would do.
It was either her or Lauren Boebert. Like, one of them for sure Tanner riding a car with a Barrett. And
Lauren Boebert is much better. She's much more attractive.
It's insane to be. Yeah. Well, first of all, Lauren Boebert can get it. Yeah. But it was funny, the people on Twitter saying, like, as a brown man, Mr. Herrera, how did Miss Green treat you? Like a normal fucking person. Like, what the like? Just, it's kind of funny, like how much the propaganda. Like, we were told that she hates all Mexicans, and they, she won't even make eye contact
with her hands a lot.
It was Marjorie Taylor Greene, Kyle. You were right.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
So they were asking you if she hated you because you have like a Mexican parent. Like,
yeah, like she was asking if, like, they were asking, like, how did she treat you? Like a normal fucking person.
Well, she asked for landscaping tips.
She asked what my availability was on Thursday. The yard's getting a little rowdy.
She snapped at me when she wanted my attention. She snapped at me. Can you imagine how rude that would be?
She thought I was the green room person at first.
Yeah, it didn't help because you kept answering like, "See,
yes, Miss Green.
Yeah, definitely." No, like, yeah, I like God. I am a huge fan of God.
No.
No.
Mr. Gates noise here.
It's noisy. So that was. Were you intimidated at all talking to those bigwigs?
A little bit. It wasn't too bad. It was a prepared statement, so really it was just like, okay, can you read for 5 minutes without fucking it up, and then answer a couple of questions. So it wasn't too bad. It was pretty neat though. It's neat to have the opportunity to do something kind of more official like that instead of just bitching on the internet.
Well, you're doing more than rounding up to 100% of people like protecting gun rights. So hell yeah, 2 thumbs up there.
Yeah, I'm just going on side quests now. It's like, you do the YouTube thing for a while, and then it's like, okay, what the fuck else can I do now? Like, I just took a boxing match.